Welcome, Jacob. My name is Shayna. How are you doing today?
Um, I'm alright. My parents asked me to come here and talk to you, I guess.
You doing anything fun this weekend?
Um, I don't know. I usually just hang out with my friends.
That's great. Do you hang out with your friends a lot? Do anything specific?
Um, I mean, I used to go snowboarding a lot. But haven't really been doing that much. Just kind of staying back at home or at my friends' houses.
Where do you guys go snowboarding?
Just over here in Sunbury.
Very nice.
I used to go with my dad a lot, but we don't really do that much anymore.
Okay. Can you go ahead and tell me a little bit about yourself?
I identify as he, him. My name's Jacob White. I'm 17. I go to Skyline High School. I actually have a pretty high GPA, so 3.75. And I take concurrent college classes.
How are those going?
It's going great. Things have been a little tough recently, and kind of had a little slip, but I've always been a good student, so.
Do you enjoy school?
Yeah, as a junior, I'm almost done, so it's exciting.
And do you have any plans for after college or after high school?
I really enjoy karate and jiu-jitsu. I actually practice with my dad every night on Wednesdays, so I was thinking about going into something like that, maybe.
Okay. It's good that you have plans for the future.
Yeah, I really do enjoy, martial arts and being active, so.
Yeah. And what other things do you like to do to be active?
Let's see. Well, I used to snowboard a lot and mountain bike with my dad. But I usually just stick to hanging out with my friends now. But I still do the karate and jiu-jitsu.
Okay. And do you like to go camping or anything like that?
I actually enjoy gaming, but I wouldn't call myself a gamer.
Okay. Do you like to play with your friends?
Yeah, we hang out a lot. My parents don't know, but sometimes we go out, sneak out. It's just fun to hang out with them.
All right. And what kind of stuff do you like to do with your friends?
They kind of were the ones that introduced me to smoking marijuana, so I know they like to do that a lot more. Kind of like it when I join in, so.
Okay.
Sometimes we do that, other times it's just watching sports or playing video games.
All right. Well, welcome. I'm just gonna go over a few HIPAA things just so you have an idea. So what's said between me and you is confidential. The only reason that I would need to talk with a police officer or another authority is if you were to inform me that you were going to harm yourself, if you were going to harm someone else, if you had a plan to harm someone else, okay? Also, if you were to tell me about abuse of a child, abuse of an elderly person, okay? And also if you were to tell me of abuse going on with a vulnerable person. And then one more thing is also if there was a subpoena to be made, that just means that the courts would require that I submit paperwork and would be specific information that they were looking for. And I would go ahead and talk with you about that before we sent that out, just so you know what's going on, okay?
Gotcha.
Do you have any questions?
No, I think I'm all good.
Okay, all right. So just so you know, today we're going to talk about what's going on, why you're here, why I know you said your parents asked you to come in and see me, okay? So we're going to talk about why you're here and see what I can do to help you, okay?
Right, for sure.
All right. So, why don't you go ahead and tell me in 3 to 4 sentences why you're here today?
I guess it's because my parents caught me using pills and marijuana, like 2 weeks ago. Caught me in my bedroom using them alone. And, like I've only used it like 5 times, maybe. Yeah, that's kind of it. Just made a big deal about it.
Okay. All right. Do you want to tell me a little bit more about those drugs? What kind of drugs were you taking?
Like at the time or like ever?
Let's start with at the time.
At the time, it was just like Oxycontin and weed, marijuana.
Okay.
I think like I've only used marijuana like 5 times.
Okay. And how spaced out is that? Those 5 times?
Well, the first time I used it, I was snowboarding with my friends actually, and we puffed a bowl, and I didn't really feel anything, and that was maybe, I don't know, a couple years ago.
Okay.
And socially I drank. Really only socially, I never really drank alone.
And how often is that?
It's pretty saturated. Like around New Year's, I guess. It was pretty like a lot. It was pretty frequent. I've just been at parties where there's been a lot of drinking. I've drank with my sister a couple times. She's older. I don't feel like I've drank a whole lot. I've never been insanely drunk. It's just only been a little.
And how many drinks would you say that you're drinking at a time?
Depends on what kind of alcohol is there, honestly. If it's like just beer or something, it's like a few cans, a few bottles, like hard liquor, a couple shots.
Okay. And is that going to be all at once? Are you mixing the alcohol, drinking beer as well as the hard liquor?
Sometimes, like I said, I used a lot more around New Year's. I know like the last time I drank was like mid-January of this year.
Okay.
But yeah, it just comes and goes, honestly.
Okay. Alright. I just have a few questions. Make sure that you are prepared to answer all of the questions I've got for you today. Can you tell me how old you are?
I'm 17.
Okay. Do you know what today is?
Yeah, today is April 27th, 2024. Sorry, I'm not 2000. Yeah, it's a Saturday.
Okay. Perfect. And do you know who the President of the United States is?
Joe Biden.
Okay. All right. Now, I know you told me you have an older sister. How old is she?
She's 21.
Okay. And how's your relationship with her?
Things are pretty good. I mean, it used to be harder when we were younger, but we've gotten a lot closer. And, yeah.
Okay. Do you want to tell me a little bit about the difficulties with your sister when you were younger?
I mean, she's older than me, so there's a little bit of bullying, but we're cool now, so.
Okay. And how about your relationship with your parents? You want to tell me a little bit about that?
Gosh, well, they've been married for like 21 years. We've always lived in the same house, like me and my sister, like all our entire lives. Yeah, my relationship with them has been pretty good up until recently.
Okay. And is that with both parents?
I mean, yeah, like, I used to be really close with my dad. Like, we used to go snowboarding a lot, and now I just don't really do that anymore. I just like hanging out with my friends.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about maybe why you're no longer interested in hanging out with your father, going skiing?
Well, I don't know, I guess just getting older.
Okay. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, a lot's changed recently. There's just been a lot going on, just with like family dynamics and stuff like that, so.
Alright. Well, now I know you said that you're here because your parents asked you to come in and they found you doing some drugs, and you went a little bit into the marijuana. Did you also say you were doing another drug?
Yeah, like the pills that I was using, it's Oxycontin.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's been pretty new for me. It just started like several weeks ago, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, I've only used it a few times, so I don't really see what the big deal is.
And how many pills are you taking at a time?
Last time I popped like 3 pills, and I was actually at Lagoon, so that was pretty interesting.
Okay. And can you tell me where you're getting these pills?
My grandma has a really bad back. She actually just had surgery a while ago, and yeah, when I was taking care of her, there was just, like a handful left over, so I tried it, and now I try to get them from her, but like things have obviously kind of gone sour with my family, so tried getting them somewhere else, like people I know at school.
Okay. All right. And why don't we go into a little bit more on what's been going on recently? So it sounds like you, you've been using a lot more marijuana, and you've been drinking a lot more recently. You want to tell me a little bit about why you started drinking and taking those drugs?
So last June 2017, my really close friend Stacy got into a car accident and was put into a medically induced coma, and later died because her parents took her off life support. We were all, just planning on driving up to the lake, and because our families knew each other, we grew up together. And 20 minutes after the accident happened, we had to drive by, to get out of the way because of the accident. Cars were moving, and so yeah, I saw the damage to the vehicle and the ambulance, and yeah, I seen Stacy once before she died, while she was in a coma. So that's been really, really tough.
It sounds like you were close with her.
Yeah. I mean, growing up together was awesome with Stacy. I mean, she was one of my best friends. And actually, during that summer, me and my girlfriend in 6 months broke up. So that was about 3 months ago.
Alright. Do you want to talk about, can you tell me a little bit about why you broke up with your girlfriend?
Well, I mean, I don't really want to talk about my feelings, but it just seemed harder after Stacey died.
Okay. And how about with your friends? Are you close with your friends still? I know you said you like to go skiing.
I have 3 or 4 close friends still. Maybe 10 or 15 decently close friends. Yeah, I just haven't been. The relationship with Stacy was different, I just missed that.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna ask you a few questions. I want you to answer honestly, okay?
Alright.
Have you recently, in the last 2 weeks, had any thoughts of wanting to fall asleep and not wake up again?
I guess sometimes.
Okay. And have you had any thoughts about killing yourself?
Just I guess it would be vague thoughts of what it would be like to go cut my wrist with a butter knife. Just while my parents are sleeping. I don't have a plan. I I just want to take a break from life. You know, I'm overwhelmed.
Okay. So just to make sure I'm understanding, do you have any plans right now of committing suicide?
No. I mean, I'm all good. Just thoughts, you know.
Okay. All right. Well, before you leave here today, I would like for us to make a safety plan with your parents, okay? Just make sure that you're going to be able to, you know, go on and see your parents and your friends and continue life, okay?
Sounds good to me.
All right. I appreciate you opening up to me and answering a few of my questions, and I think it's good that you're here and you're looking to get some help. Like I said, we're gonna go ahead and make a safety plan with your parents here in a few minutes, okay? And then just want to let you know of a few resources in the community to be able to help you out, and I'll go ahead and share these resources with your parents as well. So I think with what's going on in your life and changes with your family dynamic, I think it would be good for you to go ahead and participate in some family therapy. Maybe work on some relationships there and make sure that everything's going okay with you, and your parents and your family can help you. We can go ahead and get you signed up here in this office today. I think that some grief support groups would be really helpful for you with what happened with your friend Stacy. There's a lot of people in the community who, you know, are grieving just like you, and they've got some support groups at the university that you can participate in person here in Salt Lake, or we can also get you signed up for some virtual groups as well. Okay. And we've also got a partner that's close here in Salt Lake. It's called Odyssey House, and they help kids like you, young adults like you, who are, you know, dealing with some stuff in life, and who are using alcohol and taking some drugs, and they're going to help you. They'll be able to help you work on being able to overcome that and make sure that you're safe, okay?
That sounds awesome. You know, at first I was just like, why my parents dragged me here, but, you know, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming in.
And seeing.
Oh, man.